Farengar. I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. Ah, a student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World gone mad, I say.
Trouble?
We'll pay whatever it
Yes,
takes,
House
but
Count.
we must
Leave
have
him,
more
guys. See Bellathor at his store.
He's easy to man.
But he has good stock.
I can't afford to send anyone else. And we don't know where the dragon is.
Orland Greymane for help.
Your main job will be to keep an eye
I'd
out
sooner bend
and
my
get the
knee to
people
Ulfric's
safety if the town
Stormcloak.
is attacked. I
Besides,
don't expect the three of you
Greymane
to
would
fight
never
off
make
the dragon by yourselves, but I do
Have it
expect
your
you
way.
to do your
I'll take
duty.
the job, but don't expect a miracle.
We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a wasting.
You're heading east, steer clear of Hillground's tomb. Thing about those old crypts, the dead having trouble staying that way.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb.
Sadia.
Yes, Mum?
That, and a true
I've
Nord
been
never
needing you
misses a
mop the
chance
place
to
down
test her
extra
worth.
tonight. Lots of spills.
And why not?
Oh, yes, Miss
I could
Holt.
beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
This is an ode to Skyrim's high launch protectors.
You think I'm afraid of you? That's all you got?
This is Lowe's favorite. First soldier. Ragnar the Red.
Do something! Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
I'm not getting out of here.
Ah!
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever
You're
wrote.
someone who can get things
Ragnar
done.
the Red.
I like that.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles in gold.
Good. Chat time's over.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge. Trouble? If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's Cauldron. That's some fine Imperial armor you've got there. What do you need? Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale, Breeze Home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested. What is it? Dragon. Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe. Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be ready. You look tired, friend. The bannered mare has beds for rent. Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice. Shouted him apart.